Hello, welcome to Usi Love Tarot. I'm going to be going ahead and getting a reading going for the sign of Libra. I had a request to do it, so we're going to go ahead and jump into that sign first, and I'll be following up with Sagittarius, okay? So, if you don't know, I use a 4-card spread in order to do my readings, and I'm going to be starting with the Universal Love Healing Oracle deck, okay? It's my favorite deck. I love the illustrations, pictures, and they're just good cards. Okay, I did pre-shuffle before pressing record, but I just like to give a really quick shuffle on camera, just so you know, there's a shuffle that was done on camera. Okay. First card we have is Heaven on Earth. Second card, Miracles. Third card, Blessings. Fourth card, Retreat. And the overall energy from this deck is the Guidance card. Well, Guardian, I'm sorry. Libra. Okay. The Strength card. The Knight of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. Well, I'm sorry, the King of Wands. Overall energy of this deck, King of Pentacles. Okay. The King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Hermit, Justice, overall energy, Four Swords. So let me just go ahead and take a look at the spread I got going on here, and I'll be able to give you an overall energy and where we're going to be going with this reading. Okay, so there could be a situation around money. I know this is a love reading, but the King of Pentacles, it's really standing out. Okay, maybe you want to grow something that is not, you're hitting a dead end right now, maybe. It could even still be about money. Maybe you were expecting more than what you're getting. You could even, as I went further underneath the decks, because I use the bottom of the decks as the overall energy and it just guides me into the direction of the reading, as I was kind of pulling cards underneath the deck, I feel like you could be wanting to provide for someone or really bring your nurturing energy out, your nurturing side out. maybe you feel like you have a lot of knowledge, very wise. You know how to handle money well. You know how to maintain your household. Um, you may fall off track a little bit. Most part, you keep steady and you keep things on track for the most part, okay? Um, you may have that this time, maybe feeling like you're a little bit off track, but I definitely feel like it's just temporary if that's what it is. But you have a goal almost, um, something you're really trying to obtain, okay? Something you're really trying to grasp, tangible, like something real, something you can touch, like you're on a road to get to something that is very important to you. I feel like once you get there, you'll feel like you'll be able to rest finally, possibly. But it is something that you see as stability, you see as family. But it's something you really want, and I feel like it's going to make other people happy too. Okay? Um, Moving into the reading, you have Heaven on Earth paired with the King of Cups and the Strength card. So I feel like if this is speaking of a goal, something you really want, something you're really trying to get to, I feel like if you're an older person, you may feel like you're on a clock. You are against time right now. And you're ready to move forward. You're ready because once you get there, everything is going to be sweet. Everything is going to be sweet. I think right now you really know, you feel it, that, God, once I get this, everything is just going to fall into place. So even if you're not saying it out loud, that's what's motivating you. That's what's keeping you going every day, is like the desire to really obtain this. And, it is something that you think about daily because you really want to pursue it, and you're like almost there, or, it's only a matter of time. So you're being strong, and it's like almost it's flooded inside of you to where you have all of this enthusiasm. You have all this, drive. You have, all these things that you need to push this thing forward. But it's like right now you don't have a place to put them because you're going through the process right now. So it's like, even though you're on the road to get there and it could be coming up soon, it's like you're ready to release all of it. So it's like you're taming your emotions, you're taming your thought of I'm against the clock, you're taming, any doubts you may possibly have, because you really want this to come about. More so like you try to let the good thoughts overpower the bad thoughts. Like, I'm going to see the good in this and not the bad, So that is one way to look at it. Now, if you're not on a goal of trying to obtain something, I feel like maybe you could have lost out a job, maybe, or you're laid off possibly, or just money is funny right now in some kind of way, and it could be affecting your lifestyle or just how you live on your day to day. And it's just really hard for you to move the way that you really want to move right now. You may, because you could be saving for a vacation, like a retreat. Maybe, it's dampering a lifestyle. You can't party, you can't do the things you would normally do because you may want to drink, you may want to go out and party, but you're being strong to like not mess up your money. Not mess up your money, not mess up, not if this is a love, like a person. I feel like you can, if you're dealing with a person, like let's say you like a person, they may not know how much you really like them. And you know that you could be a good partner for this person. You know that you have a lot to bring to the table. To this person, I feel like you have, money and emotion. And even if your money is kind of funny right now, you're not entirely broke. You just know you can't really move the way you want to move right now, if that makes sense. Okay. So, like I said, if it is about a person, I feel like you know what you can really do for this person, but you're being strong right now, maybe possibly holding back really moving forward with this person, or it's something in the way between you and this person right now. But once you get to this person, it's going to be heaven on earth. But for some reason, it's like some type of blockage or something right now where you guys can't be together, or you're not, maybe this person doesn't know you like them, or you don't know this person admires you. And they really see you as a good companion, as a good partner. you know um they could even like animals. You like animals, but I really think they see a lot. You see a lot of potential in this person, and I think you really got a whole lot of love for this person already, or they do. You like they've been like keeping an eye, like they've been watching you. Like if you work with this person, like they've been keeping their eye on you or something. Okay, or vice versa. But that is if like none of the previous apply to a goal, or you're fighting the clock or whatnot. Okay, so next you have the Miracles card paired with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you could be waiting on some stuff you've explored to fall through. Okay, so you could have been maybe thinking about doing something that probably wasn't the best thing to do. But because you're blessed, I think there was some type of intervene, like some type of something intervened, okay? Maybe it could have been a situation where something just, you didn't expect it to go the way that it did. So, you kind of were thinking of all these other things, like, or maybe you were just in your mind too much, thinking about like letting this whole thing go and really sticking to it. Okay, so if this goes back to like a goal, okay, you could have like hit blocks in the road, and every time you hit a block, it really made you question, should I do this? And it really made you question it, like to the point where you were just ready to give up, and if you weren't, you were like constantly in your head trying to think about other ways to do this, or like finagle something, or like beat whatever, work around whatever rules were in place. But I do feel like if there was like blockages in your way to your goal, like something could have intervened to, even though you hit a brick wall, you were able to turn around and like not be totally starting back at one, or it could have been where it was a moment in time where you did hit a downfall, but things have gradually came back together. It was a few steps you had to get through, like you had to go through different steps to get there in order for you to get back on track to what the goal was. It was, you had a lot of doors to go through, like you had to do this first, then go here, like a maze, I kind of think too. But if it wasn't like whenever you did hit this brick wall, like I said, you could have been like, oh, I just want to give up, I'm just done, but you were able to maybe come in contact with the right people, or hear the right words, and from people that care about you. So you knew it was genuine, that you knew like, okay, I can't give up. And that could have been even like when they say, God works in mysterious ways, like he could be giving you a message through one of his other children, like, a conversation. Even me doing this reading, and it really resonate with you, it could be me speaking to you through God, kind of deal. And maybe the people you were talking to, it was genuine, so you knew like, okay, maybe this is right, maybe that is the wrong way to do things. But there was some type of intervention that happened, and I think it was, something that you really didn't expect, or you can't even really look at it and see like it was a miracle, but it was. Like, it's hard for you to really see it for what it is, if that makes sense. Now, if this is a person that you like got your eye on, they got their eye on you, you could feel like this person is, got a lot of options, or their mind is cluttered with other things. You're not one of their main thoughts. Okay? And I mean, especially if you are just an admirer and they don't really know you're feeling them like that, like you see them moving around with other people, and it's like, you want to maybe like leave it alone, but it's kind of crazy that you still like this person, or you still want to deal with this person. Okay? But maybe you feel like you could change this person, and let's just remember, you can't change no one. They have to change for themselves. So before you get all in your head that you could change someone, no, you cannot. Okay? Boom. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. Okay? But yeah, maybe you feel like this person, you got a lot of hope for this person, like, they could turn around. Okay? They're not a total loss, they just distracted right now. Maybe that's how you could look at it. But I think that there's gonna be something, maybe they could, if there is a lot of options, I think that their options, they're learning what their options are too. They're seeing like, maybe if this is a guy seeing like different women, he's seeing like, this one shallow, this one got daddy issues, this one, she crazy as hell, this one he could be seeing like, okay, I got these options, but do I really want any of the options? Like, are there worthy options? So they could be seeing that too, like, damn. And then maybe they could start to notice you and try to like come towards you. That could be one way that happens too. Like, this whole thing just like turns around, But if it's like a goal, like I said, I feel like you had to go through some things to get it, but things did turn around for you. And if it's not something to do with a goal, and you had to hold back on your money, I feel like you're coming through to some new options that you weren't aware of before, or people are presenting new options to you, and you may feel like it's some get rich quick kind of fishy thing. But I would say, and since it's paired with the miracles card, and maybe you feel like it's too good to be true. Now, when you go into it's too good to be true, sometimes it is, but look into it. You never know, but that's another way of looking at it, okay? But just be cautious if you're trying to do some like get rich scheme thing, okay? Very cautious of that. Moving on, we have the Blessings card, move with the Eight of Cups, and the Hermit card. So if this is like a goal that you are obtaining, I feel like you are working hard. You are working so hard that like everything else is cut out almost. Like, you are so focused on the light. Like, this is gonna just change my whole world. I have to focus on this. Nothing else matters until this is done. So you're working, you're just doing the same thing every day. Maybe you have like a routine every single day. Like, you know that I have to be up by 6:15 a.m. every morning in order for me to leave out the house at 6:20, whatever, 6:50 a.m., to be to work at 7 a.m. because it's going to take me exactly 9 minutes to get there, and I need 1 whole minute to get inside the building. So you're like very meticulous of like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, because a blessing is coming from all this. So you're not really afraid to do the work. You're not really afraid to cut yourself off from the outside world in order to really obtain what you're trying to get. So it's like everything else really just doesn't even matter right now, because something else is better is coming. So you're like sacrificing, like you're putting in the work in order to get the gain. That's one way I can see it. Now, if you are dealing with money, I feel like you're going to be working hard. You're going to have to take a step back from going out and partying and like spending your money just freely. But it's going to be a blessing because it's going to teach you how to balance your money, I think, and how to, just maintain and know that, okay, certain things have to be done first, or just building your money back up to a point where that I'm glad I hit that little rough patch, because I was able to like really chill and really like the fact that I was chilling and like working on myself, because now like something good came into my life while I was like out of the game. Now responsibility came in my life, and the responsibility is something you actually need in this world to survive. So you have to be a responsible individual for sure. So and that could be just a big blessing to you. Like this setback end up being a blessing in disguise, if this has to do with the person, I feel like the person that you're dealing with, or you, will be like going within and working on themselves, because maybe you're even realizing too, like, do I really want a person like this, like that just plays all their options, be messing with all these people, and like really working on yourself to like make yourself a better person. And you never know, like a whole new person could end up coming along and be a blessing. Like everything that you thought was like everything really turned out to be just like an illusion, So that could be one way of looking at it. Now, I did see the expectancy card, and then I saw heaven on earth, miracles, and then blessing. So I'm just going to say this too. You may want a child, and that's another way of even saying like you're against the clock. Like if you're an older person and you really want a baby, or you want to build your family, you could feel like time is slipping by and you really want to get this going. But I kind of feel like you can expect a child in the beginning, in the future. But before a child can come, I think you need to emerge from some old energy and really balance yourself out. Okay, now that's just a specific message for someone that needed to hear that. But because it's gonna have a lot of give and take, especially adding to your family. You don't want to deal with certain things, but I definitely think that it's going to be some type of surprise for you, though, if that's what you're looking for. And I don't know how, I can't be sure, but, a surprise can happen. You never know. Okay, so moving on. And like I said, I think I went through the goals. I went through a person, money, but the last cards we have here are the Retreat, the King of Wands, and the Justice. So if this was like a goal, I feel like once you really obtain this goal, you are going to be living so good. You are going to be stable finally. You're going to be able to really just relax. you were working really hard. You were working really, really hard, but I feel like everything is going to fall through because you're working. You're working your ass off, what I see here. And money is really important right now, but um, you're going to be able to really rest after all of this. You know, I really feel like there's going to be a lot of rest happening after you get this, or just, you know, your mind rested finally, like that adrenaline that was going, pumping you every day to get to this goal, you know, finally the hard part is over, and now I can just relax and enjoy and sit on my throne and bring some balance to my life finally, because you were probably like going through so much just to try to get to where you really wanted to go. But you were determined, and that's, you know, that's a good thing. And I think that you're going to be coming out on top in the end. It's going to be well worth everything you went through. Okay. It may have been hell, but it's going to be well worth it. Now, if this is a love situation, I feel like, you know, if you do realize that this person is probably not the person for you, you could be just, you know, moving forward, but really seeing like, okay, I need to just kind of fall back, you know, for right now and figure me out. But I think that's what you were doing. You were falling back. You were figuring yourself out. Once you do that, you're going to be able to like bring some real balance to your life, and maybe even bring a fire sign into your life, you know, and you could even get married, you know, because they say the King of Wands, he's like a married man, you know, so, you know, you could, if you're a Libra, because the Libra's here, you could be meeting up with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, and like really being with this person. Now, if you and this person do work out, I see that you guys can actually recover from all of this. If you do decide to move forward with it, it might take some time to get there. But if you do, I feel like it's going to be a very relaxed relationship. I do see, you know, them looking at you, so they're going to be desiring you. You know, they're going to be looking into you as their balance, their rock, their everything, because it seemed like you had it all together to begin with anyways. Now, if this is about money, once you're back and get your money, I see like you going on vacation. Like, I work so hard, y'all, that I deserve this. I deserve a vacation. I deserve to be treated like a king. Like, I see you like, if you're like going on a cruise, you get in the suite with the balcony, or the, you know, the, yeah, with the balcony, not the interior. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to go on a nice vacation, and it's going to be a vacation where you feel really good, and you're going to feel like this is due to me. You know, this is what I've earned. I sacrificed so much. So, and even if that goes for a goal, I see the same thing. If it's a relationship, you know, maybe you guys get past all this and y'all go away on a honeymoon together, you know, go on a retreat together. And, you know, I do, like I said, I see this person looking at you, because Libra, you are the Justice card, and they are looking at you. So, in a very passionate way. And there were a lot of kings here. There were kings everywhere. You had the King of Pentacles and the energy. You had the King of Cups. And you had the King of Wands. So, I don't know. Maybe this person had 3 men around. Or, or, you know, you're the third man. And if you're a woman, I just think that maybe you seeked different, you wanted your person to play these different roles, like be the king of money, be the king of passion, be the king of emotion. You know, maybe you needed all of these. That's another way of looking at it. But that is what I have for you, Libra. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. If not, just remember they're from entertainment purposes. But Thank you for stopping and seeing Usi Love Tarot. I thank you for your time and good night.